Welcome everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fathers and sisters. Now, to start us off in our concert this evening, very often we leave the good wine until last, but tonight we will have to put the good wine fairly first, I think very first, because Father Cleary is our singing priest and he is on his way. He must go back to Dublin tonight, so we will give him the facility of coming on the stage first. So, without any more ado, give him a big applause. Father Cleary. Now, sir. Now, host.
He got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole wide world in his hand, he got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole world in his hand. He got everybody in his hand, he got everybody in his hand, he got everybody in his hand, he got the whole world in. Let's go, come on. He got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole wide world in his hand, he got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole world in his. In case you're having enough prayed, we pray a little more, you right? Amen, let me hear ya. Amen. 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 Come on, you're not praying at all. Let's hear you. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. And a short sermon. Oh, put your hand in the hand of the man who stills the water. You put your hand in the hand of the man who calms the sea. Now take a look at yourself, and you can look at others differently by putting your hand in the hand of the man from God. And I tell you why, because he got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole wide world in his hand, he got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole. Last time, let's lift the roof, listen, come on. He got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole wide world in his hand, he got the whole world in his hand, he got the whole world in his hand. Hey, come on, Brett lady. Let's go. All me nerves. Stick around, I need you again. Our ladyship had to pick me up on the piano that time because I'm not used to picking women up, you know, like. Well, listen, one thing I told you today, and I'm going to repeat it again, one of the greatest gifts God ever gave to man is a sense of humour. If you know the sense of humour, you get a laugh out of a situation that's never too bad. And you don't have to go to a cabaret or to a concert for a laugh. The laughs are free all around you, honest to God. Just look in the mirror tomorrow morning when you get up, bleary-eyed. Have a good laugh. I arrived at the seminar today, and Sister, God, I can't remember her name, who was organised. You know the first thing she said to me, real Irish, at the door when I came? She said, "Did you get here, Father?" That's what I think I did, yeah. I remember sitting on a train coming to Cork a few years ago, and a fella sitting opposite me, real polite. He says, "Excuse me, Father, are you reading that paper you're sitting on?" That's some trick, isn't it, what? I mean, I've heard of having eyes in the back of your head, but that's ridiculous, isn't it? Reading the paper you're sitting on. How are we going? I don't want to pull it out. Oh, good God, he's given me enough rope to hang myself here. Great. Good work. And one for the known. But, I know, you get laughs everywhere. I was walking across the Connors Bridge one day in Dublin, and I met a Dublin woman, and we had a normal Dublin conversation. We saw nothing funny in it. But just analyse what we said, and you know, and you'll realise what I mean. First thing she said, like any good Dublin woman, she said, "There you are, father," in case I didn't know where I was. But she obviously wasn't too sure herself, because the next thing she says is, "Where do you know, father?" And I'm standing right in front of the Connors Bridge, says I am up in fingers. Oh, Lord, yeah. Change times, though, isn't it? Well, you wouldn't know it's the change, but older people would, like in the last 12 years, the things that have been happening. But it's a priest up on a stage on a Saturday night now. You know, that would be unheard of 10, 15 years ago. I know when I used to get up on the stage and sing a song and see a woman looking up at you like that. And you know what she was thinking, what's the church coming to tall? Priests singing, acting the Egypt, singing songs and dancing. Should be at home counting the money. And the nuns, they're twice as bad now. Oh, see them around now with the short skirts, the bit of hair, the handbag, all the lot. Oh, I'm telling you. Although all the same, I'll tell you this. I'll never forget when the nuns in our parish got the new outfits in Dublin. One of the young nuns, she fancied herself in the new gear, you know. Short skirt and the handbag and all. And she walked up to the parish priest. She says, "Father, how do you like our new outfits?" "Oh," he says, "they're very smart." She says, "They're very smart." She says, "I bet you never knew I had curls before." He says, "No, sister, to tell you the truth, I never knew you had varicose veins either." All the same, though, I think the nuns have got much nicer since they got the air in their legs and their ears. I think the bit of ventilation has done them good. I mean, I had a nun teaching me at school. Oh, you would, the nuns we had years ago. I had a nun teaching me and she was a walking devil. Oh, stop. Till the day she died, I never knew whether she had eyebrows or not, with the gam she used to wear, you know. And I always thought she was on wheels, because I never saw any feet under the skirt. Because we used to glide on the corridor like that, you know. Oh, but she was cross. She was scrubbing the blackboard one day and she reached up like that. A little fella started giggling down the front row. She says, "What are you laughing at?" He says, "Sister, I saw your ankle." That was a mortal sin in those days, you know. She said, "You naughty boy, get out of the class immediately. Don't go back for a week." A whole week we're seeing her ankle. 2 days later she's opened the window, the high windows in the old-fashioned school. She got a knee up on the windowsill, a leg up in the air. Another fella starts giggling. She says, "What are you laughing at?" He says, "Sister, I saw your knee." Well, I don't have to tell you, he was out that door like a flash. And don't go back for a month. A whole month we're seeing her knee. Well, I was always kind of big for me age, you know, like. I mean, I could never get my knees under the little desks in the primary school, so I always sat that way, sprawled. There was a fella acting the Aegis at the back of the class. She tore down to give him a clip in the ear. She never saw my leg. Over she goes, head, neck and knees, legs in the air. I put my boots in my bag. And I headed for the door. She says, "Where do you think you're going?" As a sister, after what I just saw, I think my school days are over. Oh, I leave the poor nuns alone. I leave you, you can relax, sister, I won't say another word about you. We have to stick together those days now anyway. But that's the best part of our job. Any of you fellas thinking of joining the priesthood, you could do worse, lads, now, I'll be honest with you. The money isn't great, but it's steady. And there's no redundancy. But the laughs are great in our job. Honest to God, even in debt people are funny, would you believe that? I was called out in a sick call the other night, and the funny thing about Dublin people, they never send for the priest in the daytime. It's always at night. About 2 o'clock in the daytime, the doctor says, "I think you better get the priest for him." And they say, "He might frighten them." About 2 in the morning, they get frightened themselves. They send for the priest. And even then they won't say straight out, "Come on down, he's dying." No, they say, "Don't pretend to be sent for your father. Just say you were passing." I said, 6'4", a red beard, no teeth, walking into 2 in the morning. "Hello, Mary, just passing." You know, it was mad. Well, I went down to this one anyway, and sure, to be honest, I was wasting my time. He said he didn't believe in heaven or hell. No such place as heaven or hell. So I went home to bed. But he died that morning, and I went to the wake the next night, because they were a decent family. Paid the old, how's your father, like, you know. And I meant to be solemn and serious as you have to be at a wake. But honest to God, I couldn't help laughing. When I saw the cut of me man in the bed, I couldn't help thinking to myself, he doesn't believe in heaven or hell, and there he is now, all dressed up and nowhere to go. And you know, just as I was leaving, an old one came in. In other words, the women come in to get a squint around the house of the wake, feeding the curtains and all. Does your mammy do it? She does. This old one looks at your man in the bed, says, isn't he lovely, God bless him, lovely smile on his face, must be very happy. And the wife says, why wouldn't he? He died in his sleep, he doesn't know he's dead yet. One of the best ones of all I heard was sitting on the fingerless bus. A big fat old one got on, you know. You know the way your mammy gets in the bus? And she flopped down, and when she got her wind back, she looked around, and there was a skinny, miserable little woman in black beside her. And the conversation went like this. Mary, is it yourself? Yeah. You're in black. Are you in mourning? Yeah. Who? Me husband? He didn't. He did. Come on, you can join in. I'll give you another chance. He didn't. He did. What happened? Don't say he died. I was getting the dinner. I sent him down the garden for a head of cabbage, and just as he picked up the head of cabbage, he dropped down there. You ready? He didn't. He did. And what did you do? Had to open a tin of peas. Well, listen, we got a lot of people to go on here in the concert, so I won't hold you up too long, but I'm going to sing a little song for the older people. Is that okay with you kids? Oh, wait, I'll tell you. You think your mommies and daddies are square, don't you? Well, I think you're going to recognize this song. This is the song your mommy danced at 25 years ago, and it was top of the charts in 1959. And actually, there's not much difference in dancing nowadays than 20 years ago. The same thing happens. You remember dancing those years, don't you? The same thing happens. The hall opens at 9, the band shows up at 9:30, the girls arrive at 10, the pubs close at 11, the lads arrive at 12. The only difference is now they all have cars. You see all the cars outside the dance hall now. And your mother's got someone peddling home to McCroom and the old crossbar. So don't ever laugh at your mammy if she's a little bit lopsided. It was the crossbar did that. Oh, I'm telling you, if you watch any woman or nun coming in here with a walking stick or a walking aid or a bit crooked, she was a devil in her day. Tell your woman inside, won't you? The other difference is, in our day dancing, you had to be fit. Oh God, you had. You could do 3 or 4 miles of a night around the track, you know, forever and ever, all the way around. Now the kids just walk into the disco, they get their feet squared in one spot, and they're there for the night. Look, somebody at the end of a long queue for the jacks. See if I'm lucky. This is what your mommy danced and you think she's a square. Oh, well, I got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Gotta do my best to please her, just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye, and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking, living doll. Oh, take a look at her hair. It's real if you don't believe what I say. Just I'm gonna lock her up in a trunk, so no big hunk can steal her away from me. Got myself a crying and a talking and a sleeping and a walking, oh, living doll, yeah man. Gotta do my best to please her, just 'cause she's a living doll. Got a roving eye, and that is why she satisfies my soul. Got the one and only walking, talking waitress. I've been practicing all evening. Living doll. Hey! Good night and God bless you. Thank you very much. Great backing.
Thanks ever so much, Father. Lovely, lovely performance. And thank you. Another bit, yes, 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 yes.
Rui. Well, I must say this. You're a wonderful audience. But you don't mind me saying this. You're terrible agents. I tell you, I was only pretending to go off that time, you know. They all do a dicky rock and the whole lot. They all go off as any man. Call me Mike. I've one fond ambition. It'll never come true, I know. Stick around, you're great. I've one fond ambition. We all need dreams to dream, don't we? And dreaming some Sunday morning I'll come off the altar after Mass, and I hear the whole congregation shouting, more, more! Oh, that'll be the day, won't it? Right? They're looking at their watches and going like that, you know. I don't know, there's all kinds of queer things happened to me this week. Do you know that? I was hearing confessions last Saturday night up in Finglas, and I was half asleep in the box, because business is very slack this time of the year, you know. We had a rush at Easter, and we won't have another rush now till November, October, please God, when they're all home from Torremolinos and New York and the Beats and all those kinds of places, you know. Some of them like to boast, and I'm the only one they can tell, you know, but anyway. I was half asleep in the box, I wasn't thinking what I was saying. If I was, I wouldn't have said it. A fella came in and said he was a member of the IRA. Said he blew up 2 RUC barracks, and I wasn't thinking, say, for your penance, go out and do the stations. I got it wrong. I was driving into Macroom last night. You know there where you cross the wall to the bridge down there? Then a big fat woman galloped along the road with a child in her arms. Your mother, does she live down that way? Was it no. She had a child in her arms at 10 o'clock at night. God says, like, this is strange, I better stop. And I stopped and said, Missus, can I help you? Oh, God, thank God you stopped. And I said, the child is after swallowing a 10-penny piece. Oh, God said, that's serious. Said, where's the nearest hospital or doctor? I'm a stranger here. No, she kept me up quick to the Monsignor. He'd get money out of anyone. Is he like that, is he? Ah, he's not, no. I remember when he was only an ordinary curate. He was in a parish to the other side of Cork, and they were building a church or a school or something. I don't know what they were building. But he went up. There was a fellow up in a narrow plank, wheeling a wheelbarrow. Now that was dangerous enough, but the sole was hanging off his shoe, and he was going flippity-flop, you know. And the Monsignor, who was then only father at the time, he said, my God, man, come down quick before you break your neck. He says, what sort of a pair of shoes is that to wear up there? The lad says, it's the only pair of shoes I have, Father. And this is the sort of man the canon, or the Monsignor is, or was, then those days. He put his hand in his pocket. He got out a huge roll of notes. He was in a good parish then. It was so big and thick, he had 2 big, thick rubber bands holding it together. And he peeled one of the rubber bands off and says, here, put that around your shoe before you break your neck. Oh, good Lord. Oh, we better finish up with this song. Would you remember, would you be able to pick me up on a bit of a vibey, that sort of stuff, you know? Right, this is another one now that you can tell your mammy you heard, because you might be young enough, or No, he's too young. He wouldn't remember this one. You can tell your mother you heard this one now and see would you like it. See if I'm lucky. Have you ever... No, sorry. Have you ever passed the corner of a boarding ground? A little ball of red. How are we going there? I picked you up on the wrong one, didn't I? Is it C, is it? Have you ever passed the corner of a boarding ground? A little ball of rhythm has a shoe shine stand. People gather round a man, they clap their hands. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pops a boogie woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoe shine boy. Oh, well, he charges you a nickel just to shine one shoe. He makes the oldest kind of leather look like new. People feel they want to dance when he gets through. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pops a boogie woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoe shine boy. Well, it's a wonder that the rag don't tear the way he makes it pop. Oh, won't you want to see him pull up in the air with his hippity, 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 hippity hop. He opens up the business when the clock strikes 9. He likes to get them early when they're feeling fine. Everybody gets a little rag and shine. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pops a boogie woogie rag, the Chattanooga shoe shine boy. Thank you. Thanks to our pianist, artist. Thank you very much. Tell you what, before I go, I'm going to do something special for them. You're such a fantastic audience. You've been so great all day. I'm going to do something special for you. Would you like a bit of magic? Right. Now, you have to join in on this with me. Don't worry, you won't be that paralyzed. Would you all raise your right hands? Oh, God, look at all the left ones up. Your right hand. I'm not responsible for what happens to your left hand, so it's only the right hand. Now, just in case you knock somebody's hairpiece off, just get the range. Bring your hand down slowly like that. Sister, have you a hand at all? Have you? She has, yeah. She was going crooked. She was going off that way. Now, nice and slowly, bring her up and down. When I wait till I get this thing in here, and I'll do it. You get it right now. Now, have you got it? Now, you want to get the range there. Don't hit anyone there. That's lovely. Good night and God bless you now, and enjoy yourself for the rest of the week.
A big round of applause for Father Cleary. Very good. Father. Take a bow, take a bow, take a bow. Father, now, on behalf of the local pioneer, on behalf of the organisers of today's event, the organisers asked me to present this to you. And in the back, it is, in actual fact, it is a replica of what was given to the Pope, the Pioneer Total Abstinence Association Heroic Offering, that was given to the Pope, and it reads here in the back, in appreciation of your contribution to the Musgrave Pioneer Total Abstinence Association Region Youth Seminar on Temperance in Bishop McEgan College, Macroom, County Cork on the 25th of October 1986. And we all wish Father Cleary a safe journey home to Dublin tonight. Good luck, Father. Now, we will proceed with our little concert. The next item now is Mrs. O'Sullivan's dancers here from Cronin. Now they will dance a reel and a hornpipe, and they will follow up with an old traditional blackbird set. Just a moment now, girls, and I'll remove the School of Dancers. But don't forget Sean O'Dineen, who supplied the music for the dancing and for Father Cleary. That's right. Now, we're back again to Macroom. This time we'll give a big hand now to Tony Dineen with his guitar. Big hand because ever so like it. All right, Tony. Now, a small bit of time now until we get Tony fixed up with the...
First song is a Christy Moore song called Back Home in Derry. In 1803 we sailed out to sea, out of the sweet town of Derry. Australia bound if we didn't all drown, and the marks of our feathers we carried. In the rusty iron chains we sighed for our wains. Good women we looked in sorrow, as the mainsails unfurled our curses we hurled on the English and thoughts of tomorrow. At the mouth of the foil bid farewell to the soil, as down below decks we were lying. Oh, Dorothy screamed, woken out of a dream, with a vision of old Robert dying. The sun burned cruel as we dished out the gruel. O'Connor was down with a fever. 60 rebels today bound for Botany Bay. How many would wish they received her? Then oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. was back home in Derry. Well, I cursed him to hell as our bow fought the swell. Our ship danced like a moth on the firelights. White horses rode high as the devil passed by, taking souls to Hades by twilight. 20 weeks out to sea, we were now 43. Comrades we buried each morning. In our own slime we were lost in a time, endless nights without dawning. Then oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Whoa, I wish I was back home in Derry. Van Diemen's Land is a hell for a man to live out his whole life in slavery, where the climate is raw and the gun makes a law. Neither wind nor rain cares for bravery. 10 years have gone by and I've ended me bond, and comrades ghosts walk behind me. A rebel I came and I'm still the same. In the cold winds and night you will find me. Then oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Whoa, I wish I was back home in Derry. Whoa, I wish I was back home in Derry. Whoa, I wish I was back home in Derry. Well, as four of us shared one room, we work hard for the brass. And getting up late on a Sunday, I never get to Mass. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long ways, gets further day by day. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. And when Friday night it comes around and it's only into fighting, my ma would like a letter home, but I'm too tired for writing. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long ways, gets further day by day. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. And it almost breaks my heart when I think about Josephine. I promised her I'd be coming back with pockets full of green. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long ways, gets further day by day. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. I dream I hear a piper playing, maybe it's an ocean. I dream I see white horses dance upon that other ocean. It's a long, long ways from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Thanks. This next song is called The Streets of London. Maybe give me a hand with the chorus. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the papers in his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, hands held closely by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Have you seen the young girl who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags. She's no time for talking, well she keeps right on walking, carrying her home in her 2 carrier bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Well, have you seen the old man outside the seaman's mission? Memory fading, metal ribbons that he wears. In our winter city, well, the rain cries little pity for one more forgotten hero and a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. In an all-night cafe at 11:15, the same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour and he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hands and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hands and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks ever so much, Tony. Lovely singing from Tony. Now, We will now be the next item is the Ahina Children's Choir, and they are going to perform a piece. It is a tribute to Bob Geldof, written by Martina Lehan. Now, they did this in the tops of the towns and last year, and they went to the county final. But they were invited back to the Opera House this year to perform the same act again in the Opera House. So we're honoured actually to have budding stars from the opera here tonight.
A young hero gave his heart, and to help this starving kid survive, we made a start. All the young stars of the nation formed a life they planned to give when they played their rock and roll sensations to help their starving brothers live. Confidence and dignity back to young people all over the world. When everyone thought that no one cared, how Geldof proved he did. He went down in history and the starving world was met, 'cause he had confidence in his God. There's no job too immense when you've got confidence. And tonight, what would come together and what have you got? Confidence. God said that you can change the earth or make their dreams come true. Yes, the power of youth came to birth as the clouds alive and true. Now we're not saying our plight is solved, but now they've made a start. 'Cause they If you will leave them try, all you need is confidence. And if they got confidence, there's no doubt to immense when you've got confidence. And an O, and an E, and an S, and an I, and a T, and an E. Put them all together, and what you got?
Well, I'm delighted to think that you showed your appreciation to the little children. It was a grand thing to hear them getting a great reception of it. And, you know, you'll always forget someone. I forgot Mary McSweeney a while ago. You know, she was accompanying Father Cleary as well. And thanks again to Mary. Thank you. Now, there are two songs to follow. They will be sung by two lovely ladies, Margaret Deneen and Cornelia O'Regan. So a big round of applause for Cornelia.
Then the two of us need look no more. We both found what we were looking for. With a friend to call my own, I'll never be alone. And you, my friend, will see you've got a friend in me. Then you're always running here and there. You feel you're not wanted anywhere. If you ever look behind and don't like what you find, there's something you should know. You've got a place to go. I used to say, I and me, now it's us, now it's we. I used to say, I and me, now it's us, now it's we. Then you're always running here and there. You feel you're not wanted anywhere. If you ever look behind and don't like what you find, there's something you should know. You've got a place to go. I used to say, I and me, now it's us, now it's we. I used to say, I and me, now it's us, now it's we. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement, as the moon lost her memory. She is smiling alone. In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful
its best. Now, the next item to follow is Carmel McAuliffe and Mary Daly. Carol McAuliffe, thanks so much. Carol McAuliffe and Mary Daly are going to bring us into 1986 with a bit of disco dancing. But thanks ever so much, girls, for that lovely, entertaining dance. Now, it wasn't Father Cleary's disco dancing was a lot easier than what they were doing.
This time we're going to play a selection of jigs. Now, we're sorry for the hold up there, but I've enough connections to get started out here, and it's very hard to get balanced fast when you have no break. This time we're going to change the tempo. We're going to play a continental waltz. It's the Christiana Valsen, Scandinavian, and I think some of you know it as the Oslo Waltz. Now, this time we'll have a solo, not from our band leader who's Tim Joe. Tonight we'll give a chance to another man for a change, and that's because he's playing next Saturday night in the Oireachtas Final in Dublin. He has won the Munster, and that's Donald Lynch from Kool-Aid. He's going to play Tommy People's Jig. We'll finish off now with three jigs, Billy's favourite, Dinnans, and The Mist and the Bog.
round of applause for the children and the youth of Macroom. And it is a grand thing to see the traditional music being played well and appreciated just as well. Now, we'll continue on with Rosie Cronin will sing a song. And, you know, I have a little thing about traditional, about concerts and tradition. And I would like to see a bit of Irish continuing on, you see. And Rosie will sing two songs. She'll sing a couple of verses of an Irish song. It's about Drinagh, you know, just over the county bounds, and those couple of verses will be in Irish. And you know, I would like if we would appreciate our traditional Irish language, you know, by giving a bit of silence for it. And then she will sing The Banks of Salon. Right, thank you.
It's been on a bright summer's evening that I strayed by the banks of Solon for to gaze on the beauties of nature, which emulated woodland and lawn. The prospect for surely enchanting, as gay lassies in youth and full bloom promenaded by the banks of the river, which flows through the town of Macroom. I being airy and fond of recreation, to the river I venture to roam, and weary from my ramblings and roving, I sat myself down by a stone. I sat for a while meditating, until Sol had its bright rays withdrawn, and the damsel of queenly appearance came down by the banks of Solon. I arose with great joy and emotion, and I looked at this maiden so fair. She appeared unto me just like Venus, adorned with jewels most rare. Were I ruler of France or of Russia, it is with me you'd soon wear the crown. For I join you in wedlock, my darling. You're the beauty of sweet Massey Town. We walked and we talked on together, inhaling the sweet pleasant air. And she said in a voice unaffected, behold, sir, my father goes there. His manner to me was appalling, with his black and green looks and great frown. Sure it pierced through my heart like an arrow on my way back to sweet Massey Town.
Also, thanks ever so much for the applause. Thanks so much. Now, Sean O'Dineen, we'll hand you over to Sean O'Dineen and his family. So, a big round of applause for Sean O'Dineen.
Hello. Anish, Constance Gulair, Augustus Mudir. Thoughts of Gulair, the Donic on Weltoft, Augustamara, the now loading couple of focal and oiling, the Varofime. Agus Darhum, couple of versa, Doran, a Hana Erdouche. Agus Shane Counter Tagish to Guminish, not Hack came in here. Tatasa of Trud here and son, a Hack came in here. Agus trud more away, agus they didn't go on. No trud dog away, they didn't go on a war mariola. About 7 or 8 verses of a song. And this English fella, I was singing it, you see, and he was listening, and he said, when it was finished, he didn't understand the word of it, of course, but he said, how many were killed at that fight, he said. There was only one, as far as I remember, I said one. And they made a song about it, he said. Do you see? But I'm going to sing the song now a few words to it anyway. Coishavan glanan kema, eniv lere shavimshe, mardenan fiesunihe, conchir colisol, makno shalom feni. Edena mas minte, egeshtu fagile lebingonon. Nora cholanka, etak the nearest glord, the nacht, etak leshian slepuai manadem the krenschlio, snarving lomang lor. Another gonadvar, Marokogada the Hanevni is Kumokrin Sarir, Bagadur Gantror, Niran Farbana Pashte, Amonatra Nadirha, Nagar Gildvika. Snamil Dologon, Esiach in Terrangarde, Goladar Nadimpa, Alaka Solina, Susquila Nadro, On Luhugurla, Avadagian, Shedua Kakfla, Norvalestriel, Gloishi, Gamatan Kadarier, is Temish Nahor, Another Nasarer, Guihima Serklanagal, Hamanother Napani. Lefani Gersho. Shouldn't we just stop? And now, for a complete contrast, we'll go to the backstage to play a bit of music for you. Or call it whatever you wish.
Leroy Brown. Well, the south side of Chicago is the meanest part of town. And if you're ever there, just be 'cause he's mad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Bad as on old King mean as on the junkyard dog. Well, Friday about a week ago, Leroy was shooting dice, and at the edge of the corner saw the girl named Doris, and man, did she look nice. Well, the Catholic side was hot up, and the trouble soon began. And Leroy learned the lesson about messing with a wife of a jealous man. 'Cause he's bad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Bad as all old King Kong, mean as all the junkyard dogs. Well, the two men took to fighting, and when they picked them off the floor, Leroy looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. 'Cause he's bad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Bad as all old King Kong, mean as all the junkyard dog. Bad as all old King Kong, mean as all the junkyard. Way down in the Dubon in the county clear, the party and the trip from everywhere. Rocking and it's rocking till the one and stop. Charlie Garrett is in the tune rock. Head from Dickers and everywhere. Down for the crack in the county clear. Go, 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 Larry, go, go, go. Yow! Go, Larry, go, go, go. Go, Larry, go, go, go. Go, Larry, go, go, go. Ah, the crack is good. Way over at the other edge of the town, Shine and the boys were acting the clown. Brandon was singing Catch Me If You Can. He was lashing it up with his Kaylee band. Curly yelling for more. Hobnail boots, kicking the floor. Go, go. Go, Brandon, go, 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 go, go. Ah, the crack is good. Well, the night was the ballad scene. The Fury Brothers and 360. Foster and Ellen had the Nelly's crime with songs from their heart like a bunch of time. The king of them all was Paddy Riley. Go, go. Ow! Go, Paddy, go, go, go. 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 Ah, the crack is good. Well, I took a trip with a few of me mates. Boyer and the boys were back from the States. Brandon was doing his Elvis sack. He was driving the Porgy and the Nelly's track. Should have seen the horse like to see. Bear me Dickie, Saxby. Go, go. Yeah. Go, Larry, go, go, go. Go, Brandon, go, go, go. Go, Brandon, go, go, go. Go, Brandon, go, go, go. Ah, the crack is good. Well, there was CDs there from the Double and Dawes, the Fine Gael and the Fine Boss. Rocking till 1 o'clock. Charlie and Garrett is a little rock. Heads and tickers from everywhere. Down for the crack in the county there. Go, go! Go, Charlie, go. Go, Garrett, go, go, go. Go, Charlie, go, go, go. Go, Charlie, go, go, go. Ah, the crack is good. Ah, the crack is good. One clock, two clock, three clock rock. Four clock, five clock, six clock rock. Six clock, eight clock, nine clock rock. You're gonna rock round, clock tonight with your dad right on. One by one, we're gonna rock. Down to the sun goes down, we're gonna rock round, clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock. Friday night, we're gonna rock, rock, rock. Round the clock tonight. And we talk so 2, 3, and 4, we're gonna rock around and yeah, for more, we're gonna rock around. Clock tonight, we're gonna rock, rock, rock. To the Friday night, we're gonna rock, rock, round the clock tonight. Oh, and on the truck 5, 6, 7, we're gonna rock around till we get there. We're gonna rock around. Clock tonight, we're gonna rock, rock, rock. To the Friday night, we're gonna rock, rock, rock around the clock tonight. Oh, and on the truck 8, 9, and 10, we're gonna rock around and start again. We're gonna rock around. Clock tonight, we're gonna rock, rock, rock. To the Friday night, we're gonna rock, rock, round the clock tonight. Oh, and on the truck 1, we just begun. We're gonna rock around. One by one, we're gonna rock around. Clock tonight, we're gonna rock around. To the Friday night, we're gonna rock, rock, round the clock tonight. Oh, and rock from 4, 3, we're gonna rock around. And yeah, tomorrow we're gonna rock around. Clock tonight, we're gonna rock, rock, rock. To the Friday night, we're gonna rock, rock, round the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, round the clock tonight.
Gurmíle má tagad hiain agus tres líam le Seán agus leis an berclin atá leis có gasta agus có cumsach is atá sé an seanós mar an seanós cácéimi ní agus an rock and roll agus an rud eile a bhesca le chéile. I must congratulate Sean on his ability to mix seanós singing, rock and roll and disco music and all that. He's a man for all seasons, I must say that. Yes. Now, all good things come to an end, and we'll end this day of our seminar in the way that several days were ended long ago, well, not so long ago, at the time of the Mills, with a traditional clear the house, around the house and mind the dresser, with a traditional set dance. So,
Thank you.
thanks ever so much for that beautiful set. And you know, they were really disappointed because some set was going to come to them. And the next thing is that Coltis went in a tour to England, and the set went in the tour with them. So the set was gathered from Cooley, the Mons, Bellavorna, Clonderhood and Macroom. So they put it together in the backstage and did a good job on it. Now, on behalf of the Musgrave region of the Pioneer Total Abstinence Association, Noel Lynch would like to address you. So Noel, a big hand for Noel. That's if he's able to talk after the dancing.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Musgrave Committee here, I'd like to thank everyone who took part in the concert here tonight. I'm not going to mention anybody as there are too many to mention. A special word of thanks to the people who helped backstage. The only one I am going to mention is Johnny Cronin, who came all the way here tonight from Drinagh to compare this show. A special thanks to him. Thank you all for coming. Good night and God bless.
Now, Tim Jordan will play the national anthem, and if we'd all stand to attention and give it the Sing the fear not fall, atop the yawling garen, wind or slow, haraping the running cold, favor desert, shantir our shin sharp. Charlie Conning around the